Okay, what we're going to look at today is feather sticking, a fantastic skill to have, especially in a wet environment. What I'm basically going to do is I'm going to transform this dead, dry standing wood into a feather stick, so I'll be able to light it off my flint and steel. So the first thing we need to do is find our dead, dry standing wood, and what we're looking to do is we're looking to get into the heart of the wood. This is going to be the driest part. All the moisture is in the bark and the outer layers. You can see it here. So I want to split this log down and get into the inner heart of the wood where it's going to be its driest. So all I simply do then is I get my log and I split it. Okay, that's my log split down then, and what I'm looking for really is a nice smooth run. Okay, so a nice smooth run with nothing like notches that in the way to stop my run of the blade. So I want to avoid anything like that. Nice smooth run's what I'm after. There's a nice smooth run there, that's what I'm going to use. So first of all, get a nice solid platform, stick held nice firmly, arms nice and straight, blade nice and level. I only use the first couple finger widths of the blade itself. And all I'm going to do initially is just run it down and get the smoothness of the wood. Notice how my arm's nice and straight. After a few runs down, not bothered taking nothing off yet, just getting a feel of the wood, and then slowly I'm just going to tilt my blade in like so. Very, very slowly tilt it in so it'll bite. And it will just curl off nicely. See it running down? So I've only tilted it in a little bit. I want them nice and small, nice and thin as I can get them. Now every time I run my blade down, I will naturally leave two more ridges. So I've got a ridge there and a ridge there. That's what I'll take off next. That'll leave another ridge, so that will come off next. And I just keep going and build myself up a nice feather. So I'm really breaking the wood down into a smaller area so it's nice and thin so it will catch a spark. Takes a bit of time, but when you've got the skill itself you can go quite fast, and very quickly you can knock up a good amount of feather sticks in a short amount of time. A good skill to have when it's soaking wet, because obviously you've addressed your priorities, you've got your shelter up, you can be doing all this under your shelter, so you're not having to go out and try and scavenge dry bits of wood. Okay, you're in your shelter, you've got a big bit of dry standing, you've split it down and you just start feathering. So I just keep going like this until the wood actually snaps, and that will leave me a nice big feather. Ideally, if I'm going to start a fire, I'd make about 6 of these, a nice pile of kindling, and that'll be me ready to start my fire. See how small and thin they are. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Nice thin feathers coming off, which will catch a spark quite nicely. You see the importance now of why we go for the heart of the wood. It's going to be its driest. Nice and thin, always looking for that next ridge and running my knife down. Okay, that's enough for a demo. I usually keep going until the wood actually snaps, but that's enough for the demo. So all I'm going to do then, just to show you that it works, I'm going to flick a spark into here. Give that a nice bit of heat, and it'll go. Probably a bit damp still, but it'll go. And there we go, feather sticks are light. Obviously I've made lots of these, so all I'm going to do is pile them on. Going to get some more kindling, that will go on, and that's my fire. So I've gone from dry standing wood, I split it into quarters, but into the heart of the wood I then feather it. With my flint and steel I can make fire. So a great skill to have in a survival situation.